What's up, everybody? This is Jackhammer2711 coming at you with yet another video review. And right now what I'm going to be taking a look at is the Masters of the Universe Classics Entrapta. Entrapta is the September monthly figure for the Masters of the Universe Classics Club Etheria subscription. It is or was initially available on MattelCollector.com. If I'm not mistaken, I think Entrapta was sold out after the normal 15th of the month, September 15th day of sale. But if you were a member of Club Etheria, you were able to get her without any hassles, without having to worry about any of the sale dates. So that was really, really cool. That's why I love the subscription for that. I mean, it's so nice, and so easy to be able to get these figures without having to worry about going through the white screen of death or whatever. I mean, it's since not that big of a deal anymore. They finally got that part of the website working after years and years and years, but still nice not to have to worry about it. And as a matter of fact, as I checked here just now, Entrapta is not sold out. Entrapta is, as of this date, September the 18th, still available on MattelCollector.com. I'll have a link down in the description if you want to go to MattelCollector.com and try to score yourself an Entrapta. But she comes here packaged in the standard mailer box, the brown mailer that has become the standard now for this line. Of course, the nice Masters of the Universe Classics logo here, her name here, Entrapta, and then of course taking a closer look here, you've got your Mattel Collector, your Mattel logo there at the bottom. Taking a look at the back of the package. Oh, there was somebody peeking at us from behind that packaging. You've got your Princess of Power 30th anniversary logo on the back of the brown mailer, along with all of their legal hoodoo that's on all of their packaging. And that's pretty much what Entrapta comes in. Whenever you open the brown mailer, this here is what you get. You get the standard Masters of the Universe Classics packaging, of course, with the green brick and the yellow back on the card. Of course, Masters Universe Classics logo here. Just kind of taking a closer look at the figure in packaging. She, like most of the other sculpts in this line of the females, is a really beautiful sculpt, but very, very fierce as well. Because, hey, let's face it, she's a member of the Horde. But this is what she looks like in the packaging. Of course, you've got Masters Universe Classics here across the top. Down here at the bottom, you've got the figure's name, Entrapta, Tricky Golden Beauty. And then you've got your Evil Horde faction sticker there. Take a closer look at that. That's what that looks like. Of course, this is an adult collector line. Bottom of the package, more of that legal mumbo jumbo. Then taking a look at the back of the package. Here's Entrapta's bio, should you care to read it. Pause the video and take a read right there. Real name is Estra Vesalic. Whew. The hits just keep on coming, folks. Wow. Of course, as on all these bios, you have the really, really nice artwork of Entrapta right here along the back. And then across the back of the packaging, of course, some of the other figures that are available in the line. Of course, you've got Shadow Weaver here. You've got Entrapta here, which is who we have in package. Of course, Grizzlor. You've got Octavia here. You've got Adora there at the top of the packaging, right here. And then across from Adora, you have the Evil Hordak. And then, of course, Masters Universe Classics across the top. MattelCollector.com, the plug for the site. Mattel Collector, where collectors are king. And then, of course, collect them all. So there is Entrapta in the packaging. Really nice figure. Can't wait to get it open and do a review of her. She looks really, really, really nice. It's a nice looking figure. But without any further ado, let's bust Entrapta out of her plastic prison and see just exactly what she is working with. Alright everyone, we're back and we have Entrapta here out of the packaging. Entrapta further bolstering the ranks of the Great Rebellion. Maybe that's what you would think at first glance, but actually bolstering the ranks of, believe it or not, in this costume, the Evil Horde. Yes, that's right. I don't have encyclopedic knowledge of Princess of Power. I, however, because of this costume, and whenever I saw it, I just totally missed the fact that there is a Horde symbol on her costume. I thought she was a member of the Great Rebellion. Not so. She is a member of the Horde. But before we get into the figure itself, let's go ahead and take a look at the accessories that came with her. First thing Entrapta comes with is, you guessed it, it's the dang shield again. I get it. I really, really do. I get it. They all come with a shield. It is that standard Princess of Power shield that we've seen before. Taking a look at the back of it. Sculpted to fit on her left arm. It is this time in purple. You've got kind of a flatter, almost kind of a pearlescent purple for your base color, with some metallic purple accents around the edges and on these details here and across these areas on that star. It's got the purple gem in the middle of it. It's the standard issue She-Ra / female Horde member shield that we've seen, I guess now about 569,874.5 times in this line. So there you go, another shield, She-Ra shield. Entrapta does, however, come with another accessory. She comes with this staff. I don't really know what to make of this staff. Like I said, I don't have encyclopedic knowledge of Princess of Power. I don't know if this symbol is relevant to something. I don't know if it comes from the Filmation cartoon. I apologize. I'm a child of the 80s and a huge fan of He-Man, and I kind of like the She-Ra cartoon, but the She-Ra toys and that whole mythology, I have very basic knowledge of it. So if this is important in some way, I apologize for not mentioning it. I just don't know. But it is nice. It's a nice accessory, a nice staff. As you can see there, mine out of the package was just slightly warped. Not too bad though. It's not too much of an annoyance for me. It's nothing that a little heat and cold water can't fix. So I'll probably fix that. But it's made of a more rigid plastic. This isn't those plastics where you can really just bend it and twist it around and everything and not have to worry about it breaking. This will break in half probably if you bend it too much. But just it's a nice accessory, and then it's painted in this nice metallic gold, which goes really fantastically with Entrapta's costume. It's just kind of got this line here with this circle on the top, so about big enough to pass a finger through. But anyway, there you have it, Entrapta's staff. There you go. Take it in. It's fantastic. Finally, we get to Entrapta herself. Taking a closer look at the figure here, once again, the Four Horsemen just knock the face sculpt out of the park. Beautiful face sculpt, rather. But it's you can't really tell that she's evil or a member of the Horde. But my goodness, is that an intense stare on her face. I mean, she just has a really intense look on her face. Just a really nice face sculpt. I mean, down here, you've got the nice brightly colored lips with the kind of pursed a little bit there with the teeth showing. You got the almost violet colored eyes. Really pretty. And then, of course, she has this golden tiara with the pink jewel in the middle, kind of framing her face there. And behind that tiara is this long pink mane of hair with this kind of ribbon detail around it, this purple ribbon detail. I mean, this is a really, really pretty pink. It's not hot pink, but it's a very, very bright pink color. And which this is Entrapta's namesake. She traps people with her hair. And I really like the execution of this. They could have gone with bendy hair or something like that, but what they did, if you take a look at the back of her head right there, it's actually 2 articulation points. This hair is plugged into the back of her head, and there is a hinge joint that allows the hair to hinge and move like this. Very cool. And it also rotates, and that's on both sides. You see the hinge there, it hinges up, hinges back down, and rotates again on this side. Really, really cool design choice there. I like it. And the hair is sculpted here in such a way, you know, right here, you could probably fit a character's hand in that and get them trapped in there. And also here, you know, they didn't just stop. Oh, wow, check that out. Oh, I didn't even realize that. It's also articulated at this point with a swivel. Wow, I totally didn't even realize that. And also on this side, so there you go. More articulation. Articulated hair. What has the world come to? But just looking at the sculpt of that hair, you see those individual strands in the sculpt. Just really, really nice. The Four Horsemen do a fantastic job of sculpting hair, and just the female figures, the likenesses of the figures as well. Really, really pretty. Continuing to look at her costume details, you see, you know, she has her little dress. It's made to look like one piece here, but it's actually 2 different colors. Of course, you have your pink that matches the color of her hair nicely here, and then you have the purple here at the bottom and at the top that matches these purple wraps that are about her hair. And then of course the gold is such a major part of her costume. You know, she's got this golden collar that comes up and goes around the back of her neck and forms this really, really high back collar. It's painted in a nice metallic gold. Just a really, really beautiful figure. There, of course, as you see, middle of her chest there is that Horde logo, thus denoting she is a member of the Evil Horde. She's got this gold belt on with that pink gem in the middle, painted very, very nicely. I don't see really any paint bleed on this figure anywhere. But that belt's painted in a nice gold color. All the gold matches. All the colors match the other colors very, very well. That gold provides such a good contrast as well with this figure. It's really, really cool. Really, really nice. I'm really, really impressed by it. Her upper torso piece right here, this part of her bodice right here, I guess you call it, is more metallic. This is a more metallic colored paint, this purple, than is this flatter paint down here. You can see it on the camera. It's a little bit shinier than this is showing up down here. And it's got these 2 lightning bolt details that come across each one of her breasts down to her navel right there. It's really, really nice. That's a really nice touch to the figure. Of course, taking a look at her gloves, she's just got the kind of, not really standard in the line, but most of the female characters have some kind of gloves that come about up to their elbows. And she's no different. Hers are golden color. Moving down to the legs, as you can see down here, she's got a kind of another almost lightning bolt-ish motif on her boots, these thigh-high boots that come up here, all painted in gold all the way down to her feet, from her thighs here all the way down to her feet, all painted in gold, nice metallic gold paint. She's just a really nice figure. The sculpting detail on this figure is kind of really at a minimum, I guess you would say, which that's not really to detract from the sculpt. I mean, the Horde symbol here is sculpted really, really quite well, as you can see there. Nice sculpting. She does have the sculpting details, as I said, of the lightning bolts and some good sculpting detail on her belt. But that's about it. You know, like I said, she's got the sculpting detail here on the tops of her boots, but it's kind of minimalistic. You know, the sculpt's really nice though. The skirt sculpted in such a way that you can tell it's fabric. It's really, really nicely done. But for the lack of sculpting detail in the most of the costume and on the figure itself is more than made up in this face sculpt and this hair that is just, gosh, I mean, it must have taken them, I don't even want to think about how long it took to sculpt this hair. I mean, it is just a ridiculous amount of sculpting detail in this hair. And, you know, like I said, the lack of sculpting detail in the costume elements and the boot elements and really the plainness of the female bucket itself is more than made up for in this hair sculpt. I mean, just look at this. Just absolutely a great figure. Couple little issues I do have with it. One being the fact that because there's so much hair on this figure and it is so big, the head, you're not going to be able to do anything to pose this head other than let her look straight ahead and slightly to up a little bit. I mean, it's just because there's so much hair and it's so heavy. I mean, maybe if you kind of move it around and in some ways you can find ways to keep it. I haven't found a way though. It's not really a bobblehead, I would say, but it's just the hair so heavy you're not going to be able to pose that head doing anything but looking straight ahead and slightly tilted. As you can see there, slightly tilted just a touch upwards. That is as far back as the head's going to go. The head articulation is going to take it. The other issue I have, and I'm sure this is just a figure specific issue, is if you take a look here at her hand, it's quite deformed. As you can see, the plastic, it's kind of almost like the plastic's thinner across the knuckle here and bent inward than it would be on this hand when you compare. You know, here's this hand, what it looks like, and then you've got this thing. And I'm sure that's just a figure specific thing. That's probably not a widespread production error. It's just a problem with my individual figure. But it's not really that big of a deal to me. I'm going to put the staff in this hand, and you'll never notice, you know, unless you're looking for it, which I will be. Let's be honest. I'm kind of weird about that stuff. It bothers me more than I let on. But still, it's not that big of an issue. It's not that big of a deal that I'm going to call up Mattel and make them send me another Entrapta. It's just I can live with that. I can deal with it. Going over her articulation, the head, of course, it looks down about that far. Take a look at it from the side, about that far, up about that far, and of course does have the swivel. Go side to side. The head will go all the way around. The hair doesn't hinder that, nor does the collar. As I said though, this hair is so thick and heavy, the only pose you're going to get out of her is this, pretty much. Her hair, of course, is articulated to go all the way around there. It does have the swivel right here, and I'm sorry, the hinge joint right there in the hair, and it also has the swivel down here at the bottom. Goes all the way around. Likewise on this side, it moves up and down on that hinge joint, all the way around, and then this swivel down here also goes all the way around. The arms go up and all the way around. They extend outwards at the shoulder, about that high. Good range of motion on that shoulder joint. And then back down. Of course, she does have the shoulder, twist at the shoulder, all the way in 360 degrees. Single point elbow. Get about that much motion out of it. She does rotate at the wrist, 360 degrees. She does have a waist twist. She twists at the waist, 360 degrees. Really, really nice. I love the new female buck. Just works so well. Her legs go out about that far. The skirt is going to hinder the outward motion just a little bit, but she's still going to get a wide enough stance that she can sit on a steed or get into a vehicle if she's required to do so like this. The legs also do rotate at the thigh. Not quite all the way around because of the way it's made up inside there. As you can see, it's it'll bump right there. But if you really work, you can get it all the way around 360 degrees. But let's face it, you really don't need to do that. As far as for backwards and forward motion, they go about that far back, hindered by the skirt just a touch there. And they go that far forward. It's a really soft skirt piece, so as you can see, you can't get her in a good sitting pose. She'll be able to sit in a vehicle with no problems at all whatsoever. Of course, she does have the single point knee. You're going to get about that much motion out of that. And then the single point foot. Nice, large range of motion there. And just a touch of ankle pivot. Just a very little bit. But there you go. That's Entrapta. Once again, Entrapta is the September Club Etheria figure. You see there, her shield just snaps onto her arm like so. Really, really easily. And then you take the staff, should you care to. And I do. And that just fits quite nicely into her hand, you know. As I said, you can see mine was a little bit warped out of package, but it's not really that big of a deal. Kind of loose in her hand a little bit. It won't be a problem for my figure though, because I do have that other hand here that just looks crazy. If I want to put it in that hand, that I can. The only other challenge that I can see with this figure is getting her to stand. There you go. I'm able to get her standing there like that, but I am very, very nervous that when I get her on my shelf, she's going to fall. And it's just because she's so top heavy because of that hair. Very, very top heavy figure. But a very nice figure though. And a nice addition to the ranks of the Evil Horde. Absolutely. See, there you go. I understand with a figure like this, you can't not sculpt the hair to be big and boisterous and huge like this, but gosh, it's going to be a nightmare to keep her standing on a shelf. I can see it already. But anyway, there you have it, guys. That's Entrapta, September 2014 Club Etheria subscription figure. She's still available, as I said earlier, on MattyCollector.com. Price for the figure on the website is $27. Of course, you pay $25 as part of the subscription. Also, in her box, she comes with these. These are just Great Rebellion stickers. You have this one big one right here, and then several, by my count, 13. Ooh, unlucky number 13. 13 of these smaller stickers on the sticker sheet. It comes inside the mailer box with her. But this is Entrapta, guys. A nice addition to the Masters of the Universe Classics line. A great addition to the Evil Horde and the She-Ra mythos here in Masters of the Universe Classics. And as always, guys, go ahead and if you liked what you saw, please click like on the video. Go ahead and share it. If you care to subscribe, please do subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. Give me some constructive feedback. And as always, guys, this has been Jackhammer 2711, and I will catch you on the flip side.